Good morning. I would like to call the special meeting of the Calbright College Board of Trustees Executive Committee to order on Wednesday, July 22nd at 9:07 a.m. Before we begin, I would like to ask our board liaison to review the meeting procedures and protocols.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I am Terry Lucas, the board liaison at Calbright College. You can follow our meeting agenda on Diligent Community. The link can be found on our website, which is calbright.org/board. For attendees who wish to make public comment in person, please fill out a public comment card and submit to me. For attendees who participate remotely, please use the Q&A feature on Zoom to address the board for up to 3 minutes. When submitting your request, please indicate the agenda item you wish to comment on or whether your comment is intended for the public forum. Public comment should be used to address today's agenda. A reminder that this board meeting is being recorded. Thank you.
Thank you, Liaison Lucas. May I ask you to call the roll, please?
Hildegard Aguinaldo,
Present.
Amy Costa, absent. Pam Haynes,
Here.
Jennifer Perry.
Here.
3 present, 1 absent. We have a quorum. President Aguinaldo.
Thank you very much, Liaison Lucas. We will now proceed to the Pledge of Allegiance. I will lead us. Please stand with your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Wonderful. Do we have any changes to the order of the agenda? Hearing none, we will proceed as we planned. The next item is my president's report. As someone who has served on this board since Calbright's earliest days, I've had the opportunity to see this institution evolve from an ambitious concept into a permanent part of California's higher education system. That journey has required an unusual kind of leadership. Building a new public college is fundamentally different from leading an established one. It has meant creating an institution while simultaneously serving students, earning accreditation, building credibility with policymakers and partners, and continuously improving along the way. President Menon, you've led Calbright through that complexity while assembling an exceptional leadership team and building an organization with the capacity to carry this work forward. Those are lasting accomplishments that position the colleges well for the future. As Calbright enters its next stage of maturity, the opportunities before the college continue to grow. Thanks to the foundation that has been established, I believe Calbright is well positioned to build on this momentum and continue expanding opportunity for California's working adults. On behalf of the board, congratulations on this important milestone, and thank you to everyone across the college whose work has made this possible. And with that, I will pass it to President Menon.
Thank you so much, President Aguinaldo, and good morning, President Aguinaldo, Vice President Perry, and Board of Trustees Executive Committee. It is also so wonderful to be here with you today. As always, I just wanted to thank you for your leadership, your partnership, and your continued belief in Calbright's missions. And I know you hear me say that a lot, but it's because it remains true, and today really feels like an especially appropriate moment to say it again. As I've been reflecting on where we were, I've thought a lot about the fact that there are kind of these moments in an institution's life that don't simply mark their progress, but they change what becomes possible next. And for me, I believe that this is one of those moments. Last month, we spoke about standing on the threshold of history, and today I'm so pleased to say that we've crossed it. With the governor's signature on the 2026-2027 state budget, California has made a long-term investment in Calbright College, increasing our annual funding from $53.1 million and really affirming Calbright's place as a permanent institution serving California's working adults. And I just want to say that this milestone belongs to many people. I want to thank Governor Newsom and his administration, members of the legislature and their staff. I also want to very specifically thank Chancellor Sonia Christian and the Chancellor's office for their critical engagement and support throughout this journey. And I want to recognize former Governor Jerry Brown, whose vision itself helped establish the college, and former Chancellor Eloy Oakley, whose leadership and early support helped bring that vision to life. This milestone reflects really the commitment of so many leaders over many years. I also want to thank our advocacy partners, our faculty, our staff, our students, and everyone who has believed in this mission over the past 7 years. And I want to again thank the board for that steady governance, the thoughtful guidance, and the confidence you've held in what is this shared vision. Together, we've answered a lot of difficult questions, and we've answered it with evidence, with transparency, with persistence, and most importantly, this kind of willingness to learn and to improve. Jenny Johnson is going to speak more about that journey during her agenda item today. But as I've been reflecting on that milestone, I found myself recognizing just how much we've accomplished in a relatively short period of time. Together, we've built an accredited institution serving learners across California, 57 out of 58 counties. We've strengthened student outcomes and demonstrated meaningful gains in wages and economic mobility. We've developed really innovative supports that make education more accessible and more responsive to the realities that working learners face. We've secured that permanent funding, and we've continued building the partnerships, the credibility, and the trust that position Calbright as an increasingly important part of California's not just higher education, but workforce landscape. Those are meaningful accomplishments, and as I said, they reflect years of hard work, thoughtful partnership, and a real willingness to not just learn, but to adapt. Perhaps more importantly, I think about it as also reflecting a growing momentum. Over the past several weeks, that momentum has been reinforced in really meaningful ways as well. So California made this long-term investment in Calbright through permanent funding. This week, we received official notice that Calbright's accreditation has been renewed for an additional 5 years, which is really an important affirmation of our institution, our quality, and the dedication of our faculty, our staff, and our leadership. Today's agenda also includes a new partnership with College Futures, whose new innovation portfolio really recognizes Calbright as a part of a broader effort to explore and to really shape the future of learning. Taken together, these milestones, represent more than individual accomplishments. They reflect a real growing confidence in Calbright, our mission, our model, and our ability to expand opportunity to deliver meaningful outcomes for working adults. And that momentum is actually what positions us for what comes next. So if the first chapter of Calbright was about proving that a different model of higher education could work, this next chapter is really about maximizing our impact. And for me, that's a really exciting shift. Permanent funding isn't just a recognition of what we've accomplished, it's really an investment in what California believes that we can become. So in that context, it raises the bar for us, as it should, and it also challenges us to expand opportunity for more working adults. It challenges us to also strengthen our student outcomes and our focus on economic mobility, to deepen our partnerships, and to continue delivering meaningful value for California. This chapter also brings greater stability for the institution, and after a year that has asked a great deal of our employees. So I want to also thank our faculty and staff for their resilience and their professionalism and that unwavering commitment that they've shown to our students. Their work has brought us to this moment, and it will carry us to the next one. Having said that, ultimately our next chapter isn't just about Calbright. It's about the Californians that we exist to serve. Every day, our learners balance work, family, financial responsibilities, and countless other demands while they're pursuing the education and skills that can actually change the trajectory of their lives. They are the ones that remind us kind of why this work matters and why we must continue to evolve alongside the learners and also the employers and most importantly, the communities we serve. So as we look ahead, I'm very energized by what comes next because so much of this next chapter is not about sustaining what we've built. It's about fulfilling the purpose that we were built to serve. Calbright was purpose-built for this moment. purpose-built to meet working learners where they are, purpose-built to respond to California's evolving higher education and workforce needs at the pace, with the agility, and at the scale that the state demands. And I think that's critically important. It is also purpose-built to really maximize the impact that we can have for California. I really look forward to building our next chapter together. And thank you again, President Aguinaldo. This concludes my remarks.
Thank you very much, President Menon. I received word that we had some audio issues from the full board meeting that we convened immediately before this executive committee meeting. So just to catch everybody up, we had a full board meeting originally scheduled. We received word that we were not able to make quorum, so we convened and immediately adjourned that meeting in favor of this executive committee format. So thank you very much to everyone for being patient with us as we navigate some of these parliamentary issues. After the report, we're going to take closed session. We have 2 items on closed session. Item 2.1 is the Public Employee Performance Evaluation under Government Code Section 54957B, title President and Chief Executive Officer. Item 2.2 is the Conference with Labor Negotiators under Government Code Section 54957.6, Agency Designated Representative Hildegard B. Aguinaldo, Unrepresented Employee, President and Chief Executive Officer. Is there any public comment on those closed session items?
There is no public comment.
Thank you very much, Liaison Lucas. We expect to return from closed session in approximately 90 minutes. See you then.